Hunter. I am currently locked out from National Grid. I'm a member of the United Steelworkers. I have been for 40 years, reporting to this location. We were in the midst of a negotiating process, which we do periodically, and we have been summarily locked out by National Grid. And I want to impress upon everyone the difference between a lockout and a strike. A lockout is something that the company takes action and keeps us out. We are not on strike. We showed up for work today. And some of the issues that are still left to be negotiated have to do with new employees. Things like pensions and health care, and using outside contractors instead of experienced, trained workers. So I just want to impress upon everybody that this is not something we chose or wanted to do. We're workers and we'll always be workers, and we want the company to sit down again and negotiate. Now maybe federal mediators have to get involved to impress upon National Grid that they have a duty to negotiate with us. There's no impasse that I know of that we can no longer discuss things and share proposals and share information and try and get to a just settlement on all these issues so that we can go back to work and protect the public with all the inferences and all the problems that can occur with natural gas, but that we are very able to do and perform these duties on a day-to-day basis, year in, year out.
Could you just talk a little bit about some of the sticking points that you guys disagreed on that you really want to see?
Well, one sticking point has to do with a pension. Now, I've been here 40 years, and if and when I retire, I will have a pension. It's not a huge pension, but it's enough to help me out in conjunction with like Social Security. Now the company doesn't want to give this to new employees. They just aren't interested in it anymore. And we believe in pensions. We want pensions for all. And another sticking point is on a similar issue is the health care. They want to change the health care plan for new employees so that you basically have a divided house here, where you've got guys like me who've got, a pension, I've got my health care, and these new workers, we're doing the same work, and even for less pay. They're out in the streets, they're out in the holes, they're out in the rain, they're out in the cold, they're in cellars with gas blowing and everything else, and they're not going to get the health care that we have, not the pension that we have. And this is why we are here, because we've worked hard for these benefits. And the thing is, this company is not hurting. If you had a company that was on the ropes fiscally and financially, yeah, concessions have to be made. This company is doing just the opposite. They're making lots of money, lots of profits, a lot of expansion going on. We've done everything we were asked to do and then some. So this would be the time to reward these employees instead of pulling things away, like health care, like pension, like the jobs they do, and giving it to outside contractors and saying, letting this experienced workforce do the job they do Monday through Friday, 24/7, 12 months a year, 365 days a year, they are doing this work. And suddenly, that's not good enough. So I'm disappointed in National Grid right now. I'm talking to National Grid. Let's talk. Let's discuss. Let's trade issues. That's the process.
And how many workers are affected by this lockout?
Roughly about 12.
In this local, there's approximately 400, and the other local is approximately 900, 1,100 employees that they've locked out of work today.
For those tuning in, we're here in Malden, where there are unionized gas workers here. They're officially locked out by National Grid over failed contract negotiations. And how long do you foresee this possibly going on, or what's the next step?
I think the next step is probably our elected officials like the governor and senators should be impressing upon National Grid to start negotiating again. And there are federal mediators that this is their job too, and they are there. They were there last night, and they should be impressing upon the company that we have a right to bargain, and this is how we work things out, is at the table, not out in the street with chains across keeping people out and throwing them out in the street. That's not how business is done in this country.
Let's just say for the record that the union wanted to continue bargaining, and National Grid decided to lock us out. The union wants to continue to bargain so we can go back to work, so we can get back in there and do our job and do our job correctly. This company has made multi-million dollars. They just got a huge tax cut this year, and they want to take more things away from us. Our pension, our health care, and our work.
Some of the work.
Contract our work out.
So in terms of the pensions, are they trying to replace that with 401k plans?
They're new hirees. They do not want to give them a pension plan. New hiree packages.
And replace it with a 401k or?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we know how the stock market works, and we've seen it rise and we've seen it fall. 2008 being a perfect example, where everybody's 401ks and all the mutual funds took a landslide down the decline. So that's not reliable. It's a good thing to have a 401k, but you don't have the security and the assurance that I have. I've been here 40 years. I'm not worried about my pension. I'm worried about all these people.
New kids.
Yeah.
And this has happened in the past as well, right?
What's that?
That
Lockouts?
and the debate over pensions at National Grid.
We negotiated it last contract, and it was negotiated
To keep it in there, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yes, 2 years ago. They agreed to it.
Right.
Right
And-
now, all these people have pensions. But any new hires may not with this proposal.
I see. Well, thank you guys for speaking to me. Is there anything else that you want to add that we didn't discuss?
Stay strong. Stay strong.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you, guys.